So I found out about the event from my boss at Cumbria Youth Alliance. I work with a young Syrian who speaks Arabic, so I was quite interested to come and discover a little bit more about Islam because it's very important to him. I was extremely welcomed as I've arrived at the event. My child has been made very welcome. I've spoken to some extremely interesting people because there's a lot of negativity about Islam in the press often, and it very much shows in this exhibition that it's all about peace, which is very nice to hear. I have learned to write my name, and the gentleman who wrote my name for me has I found it very interesting. He said that it is the Quran was it discovered or brought into regular use something like 1400 years ago.
Yeah, it was revealed.
And 1400 that was it.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about the accent of the Arabic that was used is still used in Mecca, and he was saying that it doesn't contradict science. So he was explaining he's a dentist and he, in theory, could use the science from the Quran. It's still relevant now, which I found fascinating. I would quite like to go and discover more about that.
Yeah.
The other thing that I found extremely interesting is I work with a lot of young people with mental health problems. And the gentleman who was writing my name for me was explaining that I thought it was lovely that this 17, he was 17 when I started working with him, he's now 18, and Islam is just part of his life, which in the UK it's almost embarrassing to have a religion. For a lot of the young people I work with, they don't have a religion, they avoid religion, whereas for this young man it's so important in his life. And I think that's lovely. And the gentleman I was talking to said, it's just a way of life. It's part of growing up. One of the things that you have there to help you become more resilient, which is, a really important thing. And
True.
I don't mean that necessarily Islam is missing from everybody's lives, but there is something missing. So it's very nice that he was saying that in your Islamic community, suicide and mental health problems aren't as large a problem as they are in general as they are.
This is
press.
No, I agree with that. I would echo the same sentiments. It's because obviously
so it's doing something right, isn't it?
Anyway, I think we don't want to take too much more of your time, and I'll just finish off by giving you a copy of the Quran.
Thank you very much.
This is an English translation.
Yep.
Hopefully you can read it.
I hope
when
so
you
too.
read it, just bear in mind it's religious text.
Yep.
So it's not like a storybook, a novel.
Yep.
So when you read it with that thought in mind, and read it in that mode as well.
Yes.
That's a religious text.
But thank you for putting on an exhibition like this in this area. I think
no problem. Thank you.
Often you're given a bad name in the press, this religion, and it's unfair.
No, but that's the main purpose of these type of exhibitions, to explain to everyone, inform the true teachings and the peaceful teachings, what Islam really is.
No,
and it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Take care. Okay,
right,
bye.
No problem.